Yeah, what's going on, everybody? We'll be starting soon. All right, what's going on, everybody? Sorry for a small delay. We had some technical issues, but I think we are back online now. So let's see how it goes. Today is the second day for our trading competition, and basically this is the this is the round of 16. And so basically for this round of 16, as you can imagine, we had one session yesterday. And during that session, we had about I believe 7 or 8 traders trading yesterday. So yesterday the volatility wasn't there. So the prices weren't moving as rapid as before. But that being said, let's see what today will bring us, and let's look at some of the traders and the current positions they're taking. All right, so today we have 8 traders. Let's see, and they have already started to trade. So we have Benjamin right now in the first place with almost 1% in profit, and then we have A1. Okay, so let's take a look at Benjamin. So he's trading XRP and he's going long. Okay, that's cool. And then we have, okay, so actually now at the second place we have the Homable, and this trader is trading Uniswap. That's pretty cool too. So let's give some thumbs up. We'd like to see that. Okay. And then we have A1. A1 is just going long on BTC. All right. And then we have M, who is basically, so let's give thumbs up. And then we have M, who is basically sitting flat. And he went long with BTC. Then he closed the position and now went long again. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Let's give thumbs up. And then we have few people who are kind of like flat to negative 1%. So we have one trader who was shorting Uni, so basically negative 0.3%, almost flat. And then we have Daniel, who is also shorting XRP, and he is about 1% down. And what we have Raheem, who is also shorting XRP, so also 1% down. Okay, so let's see how these trades played out. I can see we have Homable is making a lot of trades. That's cool. Let's give more props. So as you can see, this trader is going long on Uni and basically going like a whole bunch of different quantities. All right, so let's see how it plays out. Hopefully we will have some green P&L today. Now, with that being said, actually today was a pretty good day overall. I think we have quite a few, kind of like, I guess, good market movements in general. So from yesterday's, um, let me see 1 second. So from yesterday's commentary, so 24 hours ago, we have a little bit of a positive movement, not too much, but I guess you can say that right now we are like testing some resistance levels. Um, but yeah, hopefully it plays out, and of course we're hoping for prices to rise, but nobody knows. So we can see um, right now the trading is kind of stale. I don't see a lot of action from any of the users, but that's to be expected. Okay, so I see a little bit of more action. So the number one is still at around 1% of P&L, so high FAV 99. And again, it's just all short Uniswap positions. And Benjamin, Benjamin at number two, still with his two XRP long positions. And then the rest are kind of trailing behind at either 0 or like negative 40, negative 0.4%. And then right now at the last place, we have the Homable, and this trader is basically going long on Uni. And right now they are sitting at the negative 1.1%. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see what's going to happen today. And while I do, if you're just tuning in, if you're not aware of what we're doing, this is a King of Perpetual battle that Deribit and Signal Plus do together. So as a part of our ongoing trading competition, it's a space trading competition, basically, a moon mission, right? And what we do as a part of this competition is this event where basically the traders are entering the markets and trading perps, as the name suggests, right? And last week we had the preliminary or kind of like qualification round where everybody was welcome to trade. Now, since that round already finished last week, we had 32 people who have who have jumped or qualified for the next round, which is happening this week. And this is the round of 16. So basically, we have we have four groups, so four teams, four groups of 8 people each, right? Eight traders, and basically the top four by revenue from each team, from each group, will advance into the next round. Now, last week, all the rounds were only 15 minutes and the entry capital was only 10 USDC. This week, we kind of step it up a notch and we are doing 30-minute rounds. And the entry capital is actually 50 USDC. It's still not a lot, but it's something that you can play with. And the cool part, again, I repeat myself every time I do this, but this is kind of like the main point, is that the entry capital is, of course, protected. And what that means is that if you lose any money, like if you get liquidated, the entry capital will be reimbursed. And basically you have nothing to lose, right? Because you will you will get reimbursed for whatever losses that may or may not occur. But on the same side, on the same at the same time, anything that you make during this competition, so if you have some profits and P&L, those are yours to keep, right? And this is kind of the main point, is that yeah, this is like you basically have nothing to lose as a trader. And again, like right now, the entry capital is 50 USDC. So you may think, well, what can I do with 50 USDC? How much money is that? You can still make some money. But the cool thing is that the next round, if you qualify going into the next round, then you can actually start, getting higher and higher entry capital, right? So, for example, for next round, which is the round of four, the entry capital will be 200 USDC, right? So again, you can trade 200 USDC. You lose, you get the money back. You win, you make some profits. You take it with you. So that's pretty cool. And of course, we have semifinals where the capital will be 1,000 USDC, right? So again, with the 1,000 USDC, you can already make some contribution. You can actually have some pretty nice P&L, right? And of course, our final round with two people will be on December 15th. It's going to be a whole hour, and the entry capital will be 10,000 USDC. So again, if you win, you win. If you lose, you get the money back. So basically, there is no way for you to lose because it's all covered. All right. Okay. So with that being said, let's look at our leaderboard. So we have a trader named Georg. Wow. Okay. So this person is up almost 10%. And basically, they went long on ETH. All right, that's cool. And then we have Homable, who is also up by 9%. So just a little bit less than 1% difference. And that person is going long on Uni. So I guess the market is rebounding. And we have Benjamin, who is also long on XRP, and he is up 6%. Okay. And basically, we have the people in the red are all who went short, right? So we have HiFav99. This trader went short on Uniswap, and as you can see, they're down 9%, right? And then we have Daniel, who is also down almost 7% on XRP, and Rahim. All right, so basically, per my understanding, as I can see it right now, the market is slightly rebounding, right? But it's interesting to see because we still have 13 minutes to go, right? So you never know, like in this kind of environment, when you have such a short period, right, to make the gains, anything can happen, and like the next like minute candle can be negative. All right, so let's see. Nobody has won yet. We still have time to go, so let's see how it goes. We still have 15 minutes to go. Now, that being said, I just want to make a quick plug. In about 1.5 hours at 10 p.m. Hong Kong time, which is at 2 p.m. UTC, we will be having an AMA with a lot of cool guests, and a lot of the things that we'll cover will be regarding the macro events that are happening right now. Okay, as you know, there's a lot of things that are happening with the Fed rate cuts and the Nvidia earnings last week, right? And we have some new news from Google, and basically the whole kind of like tech Nasdaq and tech market. So, and of course, there is a certain correlation between the assets in Nasdaq, specifically like Magnificent Seven, right, and the BTC prices, and by proxy, crypto in general, right? So I'm really curious to talk about, what's their opinion on the current market condition. Do they see it as positive, as negative? Yeah, let's see where it takes us. But definitely something that everybody should tune in. And of course, we're doing AMAs each week as a part of the Deribit and Signal Plus trading competition. So we're gonna have a lot of cool guests. Last week we had Justin Sun from Tron. joining and giving his 411 on what's going on with the markets, with the prices, as well as the Tron ecosystem, and basically what they're cooking going forward in the near future, right? So that was definitely a very interesting talk. And this week, today, in hour and a half, I expect it is going to be pretty cool too. All right, so let's see what's going on. So our Jorg trader is reversing their positions. So at first they went long on BTC, ETH, and ETH, and now they closed BTC position. And let me see, and pretty much closed all the ETH positions, right? Okay, so this trader right now is sitting at 5%, and in the first place. So maybe it's maybe it's a good strategy. It's like, hey, I made I'm up 5%. I think I'm good. There is 10 minutes left, and I don't think anybody can beat me, right? So definitely, could be a valid strategy. Just exit right now and hope that nobody will go higher than 5%, and then the victory will be in the pocket. But we do have Homable, who is closing pretty much just 1% difference, right? So that's a little bit dangerous. I mean, there is a certain lead by 1% from Jorg, but that's not that much. I mean, 1%, 10 minutes. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a little bit risky. Okay, I spoke too soon. Yeah, so now Homable is in the lead. So yeah, that what happens. You see Jorg, they exited all the positions, and now Homable took the lead by going long on Uni. All right, let's give some thumbs up because that's definitely interesting to see. So I guess now the question remains whether or not Homable will continue the lead for the next 9 minutes, and whether or not Jorg wants to enter or open new positions to take advantage for the rest of the time to make some trades and see if they can take the lead as well. So I mean, so far I don't see any movement, but let's see. Maybe we'll get a next refresh for the leaderboard and we'll see some movement, but who knows? Let's see. All right, so far I don't see a lot of action happening. Homable still in front. All right, so while we're waiting, while we still have 8 minutes to go, I just wanted to kind of quickly go over the rest of the competition and things that we're doing. So our Deribit and Signal Plus competition is happening right now, basically from November 17th, which was last week, until December 22 or 22nd. So we still have about a month to go, a little bit less, but almost a month. And in this competition, we are trading options and futures. So whether you're a future trader or you like really into options, either way it works. And one of the cool things about this competition is that for you to enter and to qualify for some rewards, you don't need to have a very large account. I mean, of course, having a large account helps. But for example, if you don't have a large account, if you have just a few thousand, let's say, in your account, that you can still enter and you can still participate in. We have some events or some, I would say, draws each day, right, for people who make a single trade, right? So if you make a single trade a day, or if you make a single trade a week, you would still qualify for some of the perks and some of the giveaways that we are doing. So there is definitely a lot of incentive for people to participate in this competition. All right. So I definitely suggest everyone to join, and make sure, again, you don't have to be like a very active trader, or you don't have to have like millions and millions in volume. Even if you make some small trades, you will still be eligible to qualify for for some cool things. And of course, for this competition, we have, like we always do in every competition, you can be a part of the team. So if you are part of the team, you will enjoy even more perks and things that you can win. And of course, if you are not comfortable to be part of the team, if you're like a lone wolf, then you can just trade solo, right? And again, if you are trading solo, you are still eligible for, like I mentioned, for like daily draws and weekly draws, and a whole bunch of different basically rewards and things like that. So again, definitely encourage everybody to join and to participate. All right, so I have 5 minutes left. Homaball is at the first place with 10%. PNL and Jork is in the second place. So I see, yeah, I think Jork is not taking any more trades, so he closed all his positions and he's just sitting pretty. I mean, that's cool. Look, 5% in what, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, that's definitely respectable. But that's not gonna get you to the first place. And also we have Benjamin, who is at third place. And Benjamin just has 3 trades so far, um, all long trades. So let's give thumbs up on XRP. But yeah, I mean, let's see. We have 4.5 minutes left. I don't know. If it was me, I would try to do something crazy. I would try to go like 100x, or the maximum leverage that I can do, and maybe it's like the saying goes, go home. Oh no, sorry, go big or go home, right? So I feel like in this kind of competition where you have nothing to lose, because remember, if you blow your account here, right, the entry capital of 50 USDC, that all is going to be covered. So it's not like you're going to lose money, um, because we're going to cover your entry capital. But that being said, if you do plan on qualifying for the next round, you gotta step up your game. And what's interesting is that the first place is Homable, right? And as you can see, this traders basically went long, has like a bunch of long positions on Uni, and then at the completely other end is a trader, HiFav99, who also has a bunch of uni positions, but this trader went short. And as you can see, both of them, one trader is up 10%, and the other trader is exactly down 10%. So it seems like HiFav is just basically doing the reverse of the Homable trades. It's like literally just opposite direction. In fact, they are almost exactly the same. Like here we have 10, short 10, 8, 10, 8, 2, but then we have 33, 32, and here we have different numbers. But yeah, essentially it's basically just inverse of that. But anyway, so let's see how it goes. And so far, Homable is in the first place, and seems like they're winning. So, but we still have 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go. All right. So I'm just going through some of the stuff, and yeah, we have a whole bunch of things that we're giving away, like Apple and MacBooks, and like Alp skiing trips, and we are giving away like some one of those, like not humanoid, but how do you call it, like a robot dog that can chill with you. Those are pretty cool. Like yeah, Unitree R1 Robodog. No, sorry, Unitree Go 2 Robodog, and then we're also giving away a few Unitree R1 humanoid robot. Wow. So those costs up to like 6,000 USDC, which is pretty crazy. Um, yeah, we're giving away Alpski trips. Yeah, like a whole bunch of stuff. So that's pretty cool. So again, guys, if you're listening to this, and I definitely suggest everyone to sign up and just make a few trades. You can refer some friends, and if you refer some friends, you will also be eligible for some of the rewards. Um, and you can make few trades, like you can make one trade a day, and you will be eligible for some daily rewards, or even if you make like one or two trades a week, right, you will still be like, let's say, per trades, right, you will still be eligible for some of the stuff. Now what's interesting right now is that Jorg is now back in the lead by 0.1%. Oh my God, if I was Homable, I would be so pissed if I lose by 0.1%. That is such a narrow margin. And in the third place, we still have Benjamin, who is trailing behind by 0.5%, or a little bit more, like almost 1%, I guess. Yeah. All right, 20 seconds. That's a pretty tight race. I can't believe that the difference is 0.01%. My God. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So it seems like the competition is finished for Tuesday. So as always, we're gonna calculate the actual final results, and we will announce the leaders very shortly. In the meantime, good luck everybody trading, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow at the same time. Cheers.